Dinosaurs are not extinct. They just turned into birds and are just waiting for an excuse to show their coolness. To approach the cassowary, you need a shield, like a Roman legionary. But even then, the bird attacks with the fury of a berserker and jumps on the shield with all its weight. And if you annoy an ostrich, it can even get sadder. For this bird, the cheetah is just an annoying punk who needs to be taught a lesson. Contrary to popular belief, ostriches do not stick their heads in the sand during danger. They hit with a turn no worse than MMA champions. This bird seems clumsy due to the fact that its dense body is covered with voluminous feathers, but its curved thin neck and fleshy legs are not. So these predators allow themselves to be fooled by their appearance. In fact, the ostrich is a very clever creature. This feathered animal can run faster than 43 miles per hour, 70 kilometers per hour, which is comparable to the results of the best racehorses in the world. Legs that can give such a run-up are capable of breaking all the ribs of a predator with one blow. So if some inexperienced predator climbs into an attack against an ostrich, he will realize that he has messed with the wrong one and will forever remember this painful lesson. And herbivores should not be imposed. Otherwise, it will be like this young giraffe which the ostrich drove to hysterics. If he survives, of course. Fortunately, these birds are quite patient and are able to effectively warn intrusive people that getting to know each other is probably not worth it. With one warning blow, the ostrich breaks the whole fence. Can you imagine what would have happened if the bird had not been so patient? But these people were not so smart to move enough away. You shouldn't mess with an ostrich. So remember this lesson. Do not approach wild birds and do not try to pet them. If they are in a bad mood, there will be no warnings. Eagles don't like impudence very much. This huge bird was in a cage, so another brazen feathered decided that nothing was threatening him and he could steal someone else's food with impunity. But the thief didn't know who he was messing with. The eagle grabbed the impudent man with lightning speed just at the moment when he was trying to get food out of the cage. This cheeky bird will remember this lesson for a long time. But it's better not to mess with birds of prey, so it's with roosters and chickens. Didn't expect it, did you? So the eagles and hawks are not waiting for a serious rebuff. In vain, the roosters have all the trumps on the ground: powerful legs, maneuverability, experience. If the tactics of a quick raid did not work, the eagle can only fight back and spread its wings to appear larger. And the rooster will push again and again to show with his claws and beak. It's better not to touch his chickens. Even a medium-sized chicken can peck a falcon to protect its offspring. Roosters have several advantages. Firstly, it is a very combative character. They really like to fight. Secondly, it is the presence of spurs next to the claws. The eagle's claws are adapted to grab the victim on the fly. They can fight on the ground, but then it becomes too difficult to keep their balance. You have to grab and hold the prey to finish it off with your beak. But the claws of roosters are shorter, but there are sharp spurs, so these birds can attack and retreat, be maneuverable and agile while maintaining the ability to inflict serious damage. And finally, there may be several roosters and chickens. And if they attack a predator together, they will simply peck. Pelicans eat fish that they catch with their beak with a large leather pocket. You know it, we know it, even pigeons know this. And that lets them down. After all, these pigeons do not know who they have contacted, the bird-eating pelican. He pretends to be harmless and then attacks the pigeon and easily swallows it. And what? If a trout fits in the beak, then there's a place for a pigeon there. However, sometimes they fail to take advantage of the surprise effect. These capybaras do not know what a formidable and bloodthirsty predator is next to them, but they don't need to. The pelican can't swallow them anyway, although he tries so hard. And the capybara clearly doesn't care. Its equanimity is a threat that can only be envied. If you ever walk through the jungles of the northeast of Australia, then just why are you doing that? Run away! After all, even if you do not meet with poisonous spiders or dangerous reptiles, there is a risk that you will caught by him, the cassowary. This bird seems cute, but messing with it is a really big mistake. The cassowary looks exotic even against the backdrop of the other huge flightless birds. Unlike the dense ostrich, the cassowary is quite slender, has a bright head color, but its body is covered with black long feathers that more closely resemble the hair of a Rastafarian. At the same time, cassowaries are quite large. Adults can reach a height of 6 feet, 1 and 8 meters, with a weight of 130 pounds, up to 60 kilograms, which is a very impressive mass for a bird, because even huge golden eagles are almost 10 times lighter. At the same time, because of the thin silhouette stretched upwards, the cassowary seems to be a rather slender bird, especially since most individuals are still smaller than the specified sizes. But do not be deceived. This is not an intellectual, but a real bouncer from the feathered world. The most striking thing is the cassowary helmet, the horn seal on the bird's head. Have you seen the attack of an American football player who was trying to bring victory to his team in a matter of seconds before the end of the match? So, cassowaries use their helmet in about the same way. They powerfully ram everything they see in the forest and run straight ahead. This is their way of making their way through dense thickets. Other birds bypass obstacles, cassowaries ram them. But if you think that the cassowary reacts to danger in the same way, then you are mistaken, because this creature is a real master of martial arts among birds. He instantly assesses the enemy and goes on the attack. In battle, the cassowary uses not only his battering ram helmet and sharp beak, but also his legs. It is the extremities that are the main weapon of this bird. With a kick, she can break the back of a shepherd dog, and sharp claws are used as knives. The one who survived a fight with an angry cassowary is not even afraid of the claws of a leopard. After all, the feathered one deliberately marks his blades exactly in the face and eyes of the enemy. This bird does not fly, but its powerful legs give it the ability to jump like some ninja from Japanese anime. You see the cassowary, and then he turns into a shadow, soars up, and kicks with the force of a sledgehammer, tearing the target with his claws in a couple of lunges. And do you know what exactly can provoke a cassowary to fight? Yes, in general, nothing. He doesn't need a reason to rush into battle. One sideways glance in the direction of this bird, and you cannot make vacation plans. Even if you stay whole, you'll have to spend the money on a plastic surgeon. Therefore, in zoos and nature reserves, cassowaries are approached with growth shields. Only they can withstand the pressure of this monster. It is said that ancient animals survived in Australia due to the isolated position of the continent. Well, after getting acquainted with the feathered terminator, you will understand that the remoteness of Australia, on the contrary, helped everyone else to survive, because this bird could not beat a wolf, a cougar, and even a small leopard. No, we did not set up experiments, we are just soberly analyzing the situation. And now don't tease the cassowary, give him a like. Then there is hope that he will feel sorry for you if you decide to come to Australia for some apparent reason. Birds of prey are formidable fighters not only in the sky. A fox is a predator that is heavier than an eagle and has stronger jaws. But the eagle doesn't even think of taking off. When he noticed the fox's unhealthy interest in this person, he tilted his head and went to sort it out. Of course, the redhead could only retreat. Even with one paw, the eagle could overcome him thanks to his huge claws. Funny scene? It's not very funny to the fox. It's good that he remained intact. This cat did not immediately understand the size of the one that he wanted to attack. the cat was sneaking up to the bald eagle who was just having lunch with his favorite fish. Just look how the cat changed his mind about attacking when he realized what a huge bird was in front of him. One glance of the eagle was enough to cool the hunting ardor of the predator. How would you voice their dialogue? Write some options in the comments. However, sometimes conceit fails eagles. This predatory giant thought that he would be feared and shunned. No matter how, he just doesn't know who crows are. This brazen bird flew up to the eagle from above and sat on it. This is not an attack, it's just that the crow wanted a ride. Well, it's not difficult for the eagle. The bird of prey was in shock, but the crow, having rolled on it, calmly flew away on its own business. When the whole pride goes hunting, almost no one can resist them. A dozen lionesses pose a real threat to an adult elephant or hippo. Here you can see how a dozen lionesses discovered a leopard's lair in the thickets on their territory. They decided that they could quickly deal with a competitor with such a huge numerical advantage. While they clearly underestimated the enemy. The leopard refused to give up. He used his favorite defensive tactic. He lay on his back to defend himself with all four paws. Of course, the jaws of the lionesses and their powerful blows were very dangerous, and the leopard is wounded, but he shows no signs of fatigue. It seems that with each injury, he fights back only more fiercely. The tactics of lionesses are simple and effective. Pounce from different sides, stretch the leopard by the limbs, and get to his stomach. But the leopard won't let them do it. He keeps his nerve and fights back very effectively. Each of his blows reaches the goal, and the spotted predator is aiming directly at the aggressive lioness's muzzle. This makes her cool down. They just don't know what to do with it, because every approach to the leopard threatens the lioness to lose her eyes. On the other hand, the leopard can't escape either. As soon as he gets up, the lionesses will attack him from behind, pounce from the side, and overwhelm him, and then finish him off. A desperate situation? Unfortunately, yes, she has a sad end. The lioness waited until the leopard ran out of strength and dealt with him. But no one expected such desperate resistance. There is hardly a predator who would give such a worthy fight to a dozen predators. A sad story. But this is not how every meeting of a leopard with a pride of lions ends. Something similar happened here. One leopard was surrounded. Moreover, there is a male among the lions, and against this giant with combat experience, the leopard has no chance. However, lions do not show too much aggression. The leopard rebuffed the lioness in the same way. Lay down and put all four paws against her. This cooled her ardor. The leopard was able to seize the moment and escaped. Not only did he save his life, but he also escaped any injuries. Probably no one wanted to mess with such a fierce opponent. And what do you think? Was the leopard able to escape thanks to its own fighting qualities, or did the lion just let it go? Share your version in the comments. Perhaps the lion just didn't want to get involved, because the leopard couldn't claim their territory, and to fight with him is guaranteed to get a lot of pain. Here, the leopard was also surrounded by the pride, and this time it was taken seriously. The female surrounded the leopard and did not allow him to escape. The male approached from the flank and attacked the spotted predator like a live battering ram, grabbed, and began to inflict terrible blows and bites. That's just the leopard did not give up, but dug into the enemy with all his paws at once. The lion is just shocked by such pressure. He pulled his own muzzle out of the tight grip with a clear reluctance to fall into the claws of the leopard again. Although the spotted cat received several heavy blows, he was able to escape. There was even a rare shot when a leopard was able to fight back against a male lion. Of course, the spotted cat had to run away, but because the lion was too close to him, the leopard had to turn around and counterattack. Several retaliatory blows, although they did not cause serious damage to the lion, were able to force him to stop, which gave the leopard a couple of seconds to disperse and escape. Few predators like action as much as the leopard. Wild animals constantly face challenges and demonstrate strength, but this spotted predator seems to just enjoy the ride of it all. 2 cheetahs caught an antelope. Both are adult and strong predators, but the leopard was not afraid of their numerical advantage and decided to recapture the legitimate prey. This is risky. Cheetahs often avoid fights because if their limbs are injured, they will lose the opportunity to chase their prey at their exorbitant speeds. But if 2 cheetahs grapple with 1 leopard, the outcome of such a fight is pretty unpredictable. However, here the strength of character is clearly on the side of our hero. The cheetahs are retreating. That's just not the end of our story. It turned out that a lioness was watching this whole situation. A leopard takes its prey up a tree when a larger cat starts chasing it. But the lioness is definitely not afraid of a fight. If her sister is injured, she will be covered and fed until she recovers. The leopard clearly does not like the situation. He has just robbed 2 competitors, as now he is being robbed himself. Moreover, the lioness, unlike the heavier male, is elegant enough to climb trees and continue the chase already there. Unpleasant, but not hopeless. A leopard, right with an impala in its teeth, jumps even higher. It seems that he opposes not only the lioness, but also gravity. The spotted hero barely holds on to the thinnest branches. It's amazing that they can withstand its weight, especially with an impala. The lioness is no longer able to climb so high. She is also at risk. It is dangerous for her to fall from the height of the 3rd floor. In the end, the leopard was the winner. Has the leopard surprised you yet? Well, get ready, because now you will be in real shock from the exploits of this wild cat. The fact is that he is capable of something that even lions avoid. Intrigued? So, a leopard can one-on-one cope with the most formidable creature in Africa, a honey badger. This miniature scumbag is known for the fact that compared to his level of aggression, even hyenas seem polite and meek creatures. The honey badger is not afraid of anyone at all. He boldly attacks several lions at once, takes prey from hyenas, and when a huge python the length of a minivan made a stupid mistake and attacked the honey badger, the beast not only dealt with the reptile, but also broke into the jackal, who came to the sounds of the fight and thought he was going to eat the loser. In addition to uncontrollable rage and aggression, the honey badger's trump cards are some anatomical features. He has an incredibly high pain threshold, and the skin easily moves away from the muscles. Therefore, when a larger predator presses the honey badger to the ground with its claws, the baby easily dodges and counterattacks. Sharp needle teeth and powerful paws with which the beast tears up huge anthills help him fight off even predators 20 times heavier than himself. And the leopard is one of the few predators that can defeat the honey badger without a numerical advantage. The honey badger clearly underestimated the enemy and decided that another overgrown, self-confident cat was against him. But it would obviously be better if he hid in some narrow hole. It's harder to resist this leopard than against a pair of adult lions. The predator does not use any tricks or special tactics. The leopard simply opposes its agility and patience to the resourcefulness and fury of the honey badger. Our spotted cat cannot run long distances, but it is capable of fighting for quite a long time. A leopard is not sorry to spend his time on such a delicious lunch as a honey badger. The cat will grab the dodgy beast with its paws again and again, seize the initiative in battle, look for weak points of defense, dodge painful bites, and aim with its claws at the stomach, and with its fangs at the throat into the back of the neck. Not in every duel with the honey badger, a leopard comes out victorious, and sometimes he has to let go of a too stubborn opponent. But still, there are cases when a spotted cat celebrates victory over the fiercest predator in Africa, more often than any other panther. Which case of the unexpected demonstration of the leopard's strength surprised you the most?